Alright, I've got a 2012 Dodge Durango with a 3.6 liter. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to change and check the transmission fluid in here. Now I've just put together some clips that I had from another video, so in case some things don't make sense, that's why. But basically we're going to go over everything that you need to do as far as getting the fluid drained and checking it. Alright, so it's looking a little better. We're just getting ready to get this fluid out of the transmission first thing. I've got my drain pan. I'm going to be using a Torx bit. We've got these T30s. Now we're going to just get one side kind of loose and get it going on one corner. Now it'd been nice if they did like most other transmissions and put a drain plug on here. Now the way it sets, I know it's going to want to drip down at this end first, so this is kind of in the way here. So I'm going to kind of get it dripping from this corner, and hopefully we don't make a big mess. Alright, so got it raining in that corner over there. We'll just let this go for a bit. Okay, we've had it dripping for a bit, and you're going to have to do it in stages. Like you take the first two bolts out, drop it down a little more, the middle two, and drop it down more, and then finally your back ones. Okay, at this point, it'll start pouring out the front there. You'll have to let it drain some more. Okay, at this back one, we've got a couple of 10 millimeters. Got to loosen this one up here up. It's holding this little shield right here. And then we got to get this one out. And once we get this one, this little shield will drop down here. See how it slips underneath that up there. Alright, and with that out of the way, we can go ahead and remove this one a little bit more, and so we'll let it drain a little bit more in the front as we're getting the rear ones. So you want to always keep a hand on it until you get the most of the fluid out. We're just kind of tilting the front. See, this one back here in this corner is your special little clip that holds that little bracket or shield. Alright, so this is the last one. And we can drop it down, and we'll just dump the remainder out. And to make sure we get all the fluid, we got to pop this down and get your hands out of the way, because it'll come dumping out of there. Now, I've already got this out, so you're not going to see it dumping out, but it will pour out. So the key is to get every bit that you can out. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and just put the pan back on. We've got it drained out. Okay, so I only torqued these bolts down here to 96 inch-pounds. This is what is recommended. It's the Penzoil full synthetic. I've got 12 quarts here altogether. I don't know how much I'm going to need. So we've got a special, well, that thing's tight. Alright, hold on. Okay, I had to get pliers to get that loose. Wow. First idea it wasn't going to work. Got 3/8 hose here, crammed the end of my funnel. It's because they crimped this for this cap that it don't want to work, so I'm going to go with this. See how this is going to go. We'll get a few quarts and we'll check for leaks and make sure we don't have any issues. This stuff is not very cheap. Alright, so we got 1 quart in. Let me go and go underneath and just check for leaks here. Alright, so don't see any leaks so far, so we're just going to get 5 more of these in here, and then I'll show you the funnel. Kind of have to have everything running and circulating and warmed up, but we've got a chart for this and we'll be able to see if we got the fluid to the right level. Alright, so 6 quarts are in. Okay, so this is the transmission dipstick for these that come with these types of transmissions without a dipstick. 917327 is the one I've got. There's probably many others. Let's get it out of here. So it's just a dipstick, a flat, just goes down and hits the bottom, and we get a measurement in milliliters, millimeters, whatever on there. You can see how they're marked on there, and then of course it's just a long length of it. Can't tell anything right now until we get it circulating. Now I've got some codes. I've just been coming in here and basically right now running it through the gears a little bit. Got that fluid in there. Just kind of doing this in each gear for a little bit. Okay, I've been coming underneath, taking a look. So far everything has looked good. You know, you want to definitely keep an eye on everything for a while. You know, after a job like this, once you drive it, checking for leaks, because anything that can leak will leak, and then you got major problems. So everything's looking good at this point. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just get it down off of the ramps here. Okay, I've been driving this around for about 10 minutes. We're looking to get this up to 180 degrees Fahrenheit, which is going to be about 82 Celsius. This is set on Celsius. So we're almost there, and it'll get a lot warmer faster sitting here idling. Now let's take a look at the chart. So if you see 180, you follow it up, the target is 70 millimeters there. So that's what we're looking for. I want to try to get as close to 70 as we can. And you can find these charts online, print you off one. Alright, so we're just going to see what we got here. Just push this down until it hits the bottom. And you can tell. Just stop right there. Take it back out. And I know this is going to be probably hard for you to see, but if you kind of flip it on the back side and rotate this around, and I mean, you can see that we're like spot on right there. So you don't want to overfill it. Now, if you're doing a drain fill, I will say you probably, you know, about 5 quarts, but you want to, you know, add a little bit at a time. You know, I put 6 quarts in, but I was doing other things. So again, get your temperature 180, and you're looking for to be right at 70 millimeters, as close as you can get it. And if you don't have the scan tool to get the temperature, you can use one of those infrared guns. You can put it under there on the pan and see what you're getting. All right, so we got our cap back in place. All right, so that's going to do it for the video. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and thank you for watching.